All right, let's start. Good morning, campers.
They're not necessarily campers.
Shh. Let them do it. They can identify however they want to identify, Cathy.
He's planting the seeds for the
Yes.
See, she's onto me.
He's seeding it.
That's right, sexgeeksummercamp.com. Good morning. Our hashtag today, CCCon video. This is Cathy Vertulli, clearly labeled. And I'm Reid Mihalko, clearly labeled. How many of you are meeting Cathy or I for the first time? Okay, hi.
Welcome.
Good morning. Know that I'm basically the comic relief. This is the brains of the operation. Cathy, take it away.
Just so you know, we are videotaping this. If you don't want your voice on video, if you ask a question, just say, I don't want my voice on the video, and we'll take the voice out and just type in the words so that you can have privacy.
You could also disguise your voice by making funny voices, but you don't have to.
So I'm really excited about this topic because if you're here, you want to make a difference in the world. You want to be able to touch people, reach people that really need you but don't know how to find you, may not even know the solution is out there. And about 12 years ago, I was stuck. I didn't know how to, I had abuse as a child. I couldn't work through my sexuality. I was terrified. And I didn't know where to look. And YouTube wasn't a big thing back there. And I was embarrassed to go to the bookstore. I was embarrassed to go to the library. I couldn't ask my doctor. So I was just stuck. And when we have videos, there's people up in the middle of the night at 3 in the morning going, am I broken around sex? How do I talk to my husband around the fact I might have herpes? All those things. The middle of the night is when people get up and they're like, oh my God, this is too much, I need help. And they type it in, and wonderful Google spiders and YouTube and Facebook Live come, here are all the solutions. Here are the people that can help you. And to me, that's a miracle, because we didn't have that. 20 years ago, that didn't exist at all. And we get to create that. And video is really fun because it's a way for people to feel, like an article is very kind of impersonal. A video, you have facial expressions and the tones and everything like that. So for me, that's very exciting. And you get to make that difference. We just want to show you ways to do it faster and easier so that you can make a bigger difference faster. Because there are people out there literally dying because they don't have the information you have in your head. And video is a great way to get that out there so they can find it.
And this whole thing is going to be very pro video. And if for whatever reason your privacy needs are that you can't have your face on video, there's workarounds for those things.
Yeah, we share some.
And if for some reason you can't have your voice on video as well, there's workaround for those things. But the idea of, especially for visual learners, and with how many people are now watching video on their smartphones, which is the new thing for privacy. Like, I can watch and my phone is always with me, so my partner or my mom or whomever isn't going to be able to get my web browser unless they actually go into my pocket. So people are feeling more encouraged and more emboldened to reach out and find information. And video is going to continue to be one of those growing situations. And I forget what the exact number is now, but like in the next 3 years, it's, what did Brendan say?
Right up there.
It's probably right behind me. Yeah, there we go. It's all that, what Cathy did.
So for Facebook Live alone, there's 8 billion views per day. And every day, per day, 3,000 hours are watched, worth of time are watched. And it keeps increasing. The nice thing about lives is people tend to stay on longer because they're not sure it's live. They don't know what's going to happen. So they tend to stay 3 times longer than if it's an archive, like an already recorded video. And they'll get 10 times the rate of comments as a regular video will. So 1 in 5 Facebook videos now is a live video, and that's growing. The only issue with Facebook Live is you have 3 seconds to grab the viewer's attention before they click off.
How many seconds on YouTube? Is it longer?
About 9 to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Facebook, people are scrolling down. They have all the other things. And you have the cats doing really cool things right down here. And there's your video. So you have to do something entertaining or give them a really detailed punchline right in the beginning. So they'll want to stay.
So this is where things like what you title your videos and how you open your videos can help you a lot. Because even as you're going live, when people either jump into the live recording, or something that happens on my channel a lot is people are watching those videos later, and then they're also binge watching those videos.
one after the other. And we'll show you some tips on doing that specifically in a few minutes. For YouTube Live, there's 15 billion videos watched per day, 114,000 years worth watched per day of time watched per day. And a given a month, 8 out of 10 18 to 19-year-olds watch a YouTube video. And it's 60% growth year after year. You have about 10 seconds to grab them, which is not a lot of time, but we're going to tell you a really simple trick that can up to triple your viewers. So we're just going to go over, and we've kind of talked about why you want to promote, because you can help people that would never be able to, they'd be too scared to reach out to you otherwise. They wouldn't even know a possible solution existed. You're the person that's bringing them the solution. You are their hero. They're going to want to know more. And there's ways you can help them find you more and more.
And there are just going to be more and more people getting on smartphones all over the world globally. I forget what the exact number is, but Brennan Bouchard is one of the geeks that we...
He said 3 billion more people in the next couple of years.
In the next couple of years. So that's 3 billion new people online having their privacy in their pocket and now having the freedom to start searching for the answers that they need. And one of the reasons I'm such a promoter of diversity in our space, especially around video, is they're also not just looking for good information, and some of them are newbies, so they don't know what good information is. But when they see your face and how you talk, somehow they connect to you. Like, they don't want advice from the golden retriever on espresso of sex education me, they want you, for whatever reason. So the more diversity we have, and the more of us who are shooting videos, the more we can help everybody when they don't know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's really exciting for me. And we're going to end this with doing a Facebook Live for anyone together, for anyone who wants to be on that, so that we can
We'll invite you to come up and get behind us.
We found that a lot of people, once they do their first video, they're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
they're doing videos all the time. So
and when we show you as we set it up, and you're like, oh, that doesn't look too complicated, and then you're on, and then your friends are like, when are you starting videos? We're sneaky like that. We're sneaky like that.
And we'll tell you how to optimize and promote so that you can get the most people. For videos in general, you want to add things regularly. Whether you're doing, there's a lot of different places you can put videos. We like YouTube and Facebook Live, but they're certainly not the only ones you can do. People are doing Instagram, people are doing Google+. The nice thing with YouTube is they go back and forth. They're posted both places. But you want to do it regularly. It's like, you know, people, if you see someone over and over again or have the option to see them regularly, then it's like they become friends, they become more trusted. And also the Google spiders are out there looking for information. If they see you posting regularly, then they're like, oh, you're real. You're not just a one-shot wonder. I can send people to you.
And Google spiders is just a nickname for how Google search engines look and judge content.
So they kind of they crawl
The spiders
through the
go
content
out on the web and then bring all the information back to Google.
and say, oh, go there. That's a good spot.
Because you're like,
So-
why spiders?
So my analogy is you want to feed the spiders regularly. Yeah, question.
So question, so again, what if you don't have the time to do on a regular basis?
That's what you can do for YouTube, especially. What I do, like Reid and I get together every 8 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks for work time, and we'll just shoot 25 videos, and we put them up. We upload them unlisted, and take all the make sure the titles are right and the descriptions are right or everything.
Prep everything.
Yeah, and then just release it over time. So you don't have to do it all. With live, you can just shoot it on the, Reid shoots them. He doesn't.
I shot one this morning in the hot tub and was talking about, hotel sex tips, and then this stranger comes into the hot tub and I'm like, well, he's gonna get an earful. And he ended up being like a marriage family therapist, and he's like, that was interesting stuff.
Can you use Hootsuite to program the timing?
Not to release them from unlisted to public, but you can promote them in Hootsuite for sure.
Yeah.
And you do want to generally promote them over time because people don't necessarily find them the one time you release them. Engaging title. Questions work really, really well. If I ask you, when was the last time you had sex? Your brain has to think about it. You get another couple seconds. If you start with a question, all of a sudden you have they're like, when was the last time oh wow, it's been almost a week. I have to, you're partly engaged already. So starting with a question that relates to them. And the thing is, you don't want people that are unrelated to you. Like if someone's trying to trick a woman into bed, I don't want them necessarily, I don't want them as a customer unless they're really willing to make a lot of changes. So if they're not drawn to your question, your topic, that's okay.
It's a way to self-select. It's subtle, but it can be really powerful.
Yeah. So, and you want to have keywords in the title so the spiders know to point people there. So, you know, it doesn't have to be super long, but you want to have keywords like, what is this about? Blowjobs or oral sex, things like that, whatever you want to put in there. Make sure it's in the title, in the question, because that will help the spiders know if someone types in, how do I give a good blowjob? Oh, here's this article on, or this video on.
How to give a good blowjob.
Yeah. Title, you know, ask yourself, why would the viewer want to tune in? Why would they want to watch this video?
More tips. Start your video with a question and then give a quick introduction. So we've got the question to kind of hook people, and then who are you? Or, you know, really quick, like, this is what this video is going to cover. I'm Reid from Reid About Sex, creator of Sex Geek Summer Camp, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and then you want to get to the meat of the talk pretty quickly. Some people have really long introductions. They don't know you well enough to know if they want to know that much about you. Just tell them your name. Like if you're at a cocktail party, you're like, hi, I'm Cathy The Intimacy Dojo. And then you go into some stuff. You can weave in more information about you later, tell a story later once you've given them some value, but you don't want to overwhelm them in the beginning.
And if you're a production nerd and you want to make more work for yourself, you say the question, then you're like, you know, this is my name, and blah, 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 and today we're going to talk about boop. And then you have your little intro that you cut in, you edit in, which then lasts long enough for YouTube to be like, that's a view. So even if they don't watch it anymore, you get the magic number of a view.
So people seeing, if you ever flipped to a video and you saw there were only 3 views or 100 views and you're like, it's probably not good. You normally getting a bunch of views, it's like, oh, there's 1,000 views or 900 million views. Like, I want to watch this. So views are valuable. YouTube, it's 8 seconds. Once it's watched for 8 seconds, it counts as a view. For Facebook Live, it's 3 seconds.
And I would just recommend don't even think about intros yet. I don't have intros. Like it's not important.
And long intros will hurt.
Yeah,
sometimes.
create great content, keep the audience engaged because you have great speaking skills, and then just do your job, educate them.
If you don't want to be on film.
You can interview other people, so you can be like the camera's point of view. So your entire YouTube channel can just be the camera pointed at somebody else and you asking questions. And
your voice can be on it or not if you don't want to.
You can do kooky things like sock puppets and whatnot. And then all of a sudden it's like, that's super engaging. Like sex education from a sock puppet. Well, that could be a whole YouTube channel. We had the campers, 2 campers couldn't be on video for personal reasons. And they were wanting to shoot a sex toy review to win a prize. And we used to give out little ducks as prizes, Reid always does. And they had the little ducks talking to each other about the toys. So all you ever saw was their fingers and the ducks and the sex toy, but it was really fun. Yeah, and you think like, wow, like that's really cheesy. Some people like love that. And then it's just interesting in a way where so many people are beyond the doctor in the white coat kind of, very dry medical education. So now ducks, and then they're engaged. Yeah. It makes it fun. And you could just film, like if you wanted to have PowerPoint slides or whatever, you could just record that. You don't ever have to show your face if you don't want to. Yep. So we could take this PowerPoint, we could edit the MP3 to it, and just show that. And then if for some reason we didn't want our voices in there, then you could like script it or take our talk, transcribe it, and then hire 2 of your acting friends or 2 people from acting college to actually just play each other and then do a recording. So there's ways for you to take care of your privacy needs if you need to.
I've been seeing some videos on YouTube where I guess they're using like a computer voice. Yep. And it's kind of turn off because it's impersonal, but yeah. It's impersonal, but you don't know what accent that person has. Like they might have a really thick accent, and then so they're just pulling, they're using the Siri voice to narrate and take care of their privacy needs. Right. So there's just there are different choices. It's more the point is, if you need your privacy, you can still do video and reach people. Yeah. So
when you're making in Facebook Live and in YouTube, anything, you want to have a description. There's a place almost always for a description. You want to make the first line or so catchy because Google's going to show that. When you see the list, you see the title and then you see a couple lines always. You want to make that catchy. And if you use blowjob, for example, in your title, you can use oral sex or different words that are similar to that in your description. So it gives the spiders different ways to find you. And depending on the person, if they're really triggered, like they may not know how to say things or they might even misspell things. So I'll sometimes even misspell things in the keywords at the bottom because people masturbate, people misspell all the time. So I'll put the common misspellings in the keywords. So if someone's triggered at 3 in the morning, you're like, I can't even masturbate, what's wrong with me? They may not be spelling very well. I don't spell well even during the middle of the day.
So that's a good thing when I spell things.
Sometimes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can you find out what are the most common misspellings?
If you type in common misspellings in Google, it will pop up some of them.
Somebody has a search engine for that. Like somebody's already thought of that. And there's a way to find those resources.
Google, yeah. So.
Yeah, the CEO of Restoration Hardware said that out of their 3,000 names that they buy, the top 98% of their business came from 22 names. One was Restoration Hardware, the other 21 was Restoration Hardware spelled wrong with all of the iterations.
Wow, it's amazing. And especially when people are typing with their thumbs these days, right?
Yeah. And also on this. And predictive text as well, because the defaults will go to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole other rabbit hole, isn't
that
it?
Could be
So I'm very interested to link what the algorithm of the predictive text.
So all our keywords should be ducking.
Not fucking.
Somebody tweet that. Go.
Yes.
In this age, cucking, but.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, but you want your description to be, tell them why they're going to watch this. What are they going to get out of this? Because you want to invite them in. It's not just like, I will tell you, like, it's like you will leave this video knowing 3 best tips on how to give a great blowjob. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Engage your audience, mention, please leave a comment, say hi to live viewers. I just, as a habit, and I've trained my viewers now on Facebook to be like, hey, let me know where you're watching from. Like, where are you signing in from? Because that's just the easiest question for people to say, like, hey, where I am. I'm in West Virginia. And then we got people from all over the world just dropping it in. That seems to be really fun. And now people just do it automatically. If I forget to say it, they're like, hi, from West Virginia. Yeah. And that's just a fun way to get people commenting in a way that's really easy. You can find something else if you want. Asking, the questions like, have you ever had sex in a hotel? Like if I did that this morning in the Facebook Live on hotel sex tips, that would have been a great question to ask. And it's a way to get them to engage. I actually like the fact that you asked something innocuous first, because when people are nervous, like answering where they're from is, they don't care if their friends see that. Did you ever have sex in a hotel? That's a little more personal. Yeah.
Like,
are you wearing pants? Like some people will think it's funny and answer however, but some people are like, I don't want people to, like my mom watches these things. I don't want my mom to know I'm not wearing pants right now. So you might, have you ever cheated on your spouse? Like no one's gonna answer that comment. Yeah. Right? Yeah, so, and Reid's really good at getting the engagement. It's really, you can watch some of his Facebook Lives, you'll see how he does it in just a couple minutes. But watching that kind of engagement, the interaction with the people, talking to them, and talk to one person at a time, because there's only one person watching it. The one brain is absorbing each at the given time. So you're speaking to them very personally, that can make them feel welcome and warm. You also want to have your URL in there, in the description. They just found you, you're amazing. They're like, oh my God, you have the answers. They need to know where to go to find you, to go deeper with you. Yeah, and where can they go? Bonus points if you can send them to a link that has an easy way for them to give you their name and email, so then you can build a relationship with them and help them more over email. So whether that's the free checklist or the free worksheet or the free video or something like that. And YouTube has made it really easy. They have cards now that are mobile friendly that you can put in and you can copy. You can just reuse them over and over again. And they pop up on the screen at the end. My 3 best tips on giving a blowjob. If you want this download, you click on it. It goes, give me name, email. I'll send you that. So you can set up cards and you just plop them into videos at different times. And cards are at the end where you can see them, but they're mobile friendly, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. Better videos. Always introduce yourself, like we said, and tell them what you've been talking about and why. New viewers haven't seen it. Like, they don't know you yet. So it sounds repetitious. We just did Sex Geek Design Studio for the first couple of days before CatalystCon, and every time somebody spoke on the mic for the camera, the classroom etiquette was, it's Reid Mihalko from readaboutsex.com. And everyone's like, God, like, this is getting repetitive. I'm like, I want this to become automatic for you, so that when you get up in an audience in a room, you just say your name and your URL like it's normal, rather than like, it's Reid Mihalko, readaboutsex.com. Like, when you get weird, people think it's weird. When it's just your thing and it's smooth, people think it's smooth. But it's good habit because people are meeting you for the first time all the time. And so on video, just keep doing that. Even though now that you've shot 20 videos, you're like, oh, I hate that I keep saying that. Imagine that. Don't forget the new viewers that are watching you for the first time, basically.
Well, it also helps. This is my 5th year at Catalyst, and the first year I came, I'd just been shooting some videos with Reid. I was so shy. Like, I would kind of hide in the corner of the video. And it's a great thing to, if you're shy with videos, get someone who's good to do some with you. But he was like, people are going to recognize you there. And I'm like, no. So he had me bet $5 for every person that came up and recognized me. And I would always say, I'm Cathy Vartulli from the Intimacy Dojo. And people came up to me like, you're Cathy Vartulli from the Intimacy Dojo. And I'm like, $5.
I made some good money that conference. And she never took the bet again.
No, I'm not stupid. But it was really empowering. And so hearing it over and over again anchors it for them. You're their safe person that kind of, they hear that and they're like, oh, I'm going to get some good stuff. So it's kind of a touchstone for them too as well.
Yeah. Be natural, be yourself. You don't need to be professional. Like, have expertise with the information you handle. But if you're shy, just be shy. If you're quiet, be quiet. If you're a Muppet on espresso, be a Muppet on espresso. Like, be yourself, because it's not just how you look and that piece about diversity. It's your personality is what other people are connecting to. And so just be you, because the authentic piece of it that resonates is also how people now are learning to trust you. Is that, oh, you're you, foibles and all. The day of the perfect expert, like, now you're a politician who's hiding something.
Yeah. And
people don't trust that anymore.
Yeah, and one of the things Reid actually taught me this, I'll get on video and I'll say, I am nervous talking about this subject. I own it's not therapy, I'm not making it their problem, but I own it so they can tell. People can tell when you're nervous. When I'd talk, my hand would shake so much the laser would make people nauseous. Like, it'd be moving so much. But like, if you just own it, one, it helps you feel, okay, I don't have to be so nervous, but it lets them know what's going on. Or like, hey, I'm having a bad day, I have a bad headache, but I just wanted to be here with you guys, you matter enough. Like, let them know you might be a little off. And
that allows them to realize, oh, I can have a headache too. I would be nervous talking about this topic. It's okay that I'm feeling nervous listening about this topic. Like, these things are really subtle and nuanced, but they run deep for folks.
Yeah. It's really cool to wear branding or have branding in the video too, because visually it anchors it. You can have a logo in the background. You could be labeled, you wear a t-shirt with the logo. It helps them anchor over and over again. You want them to associate your business with a place that's safe. It also helps them drop in faster in the future. So it just like, oh, yep, this is the right place. This is my safe space.
And you don't need to do it like you're not broken or doing a bad job. Get the information out there and be you, like, get you out there, and then you can do subtle little upgrades. For me, on my YouTube channel, when I'm wearing the green camp shirt, that's the signifier that this is a business video. When I'm just wearing my regular Sex Geek t-shirts, it's regular relationship and sex advice. And then on Facebook Live, I ask people, I'm like, do you care what shirt I'm wearing? They're like, no, dude, we can read the fucking title. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got all these comments because I would wear all the shirts I have from all my college lectures. And they're like, now people are commenting on the shirt. So again, like, you can do it whatever way feels fun for you and is great for your audience. But every once in a while, dropping your logo and letting people know, that this is what you do, and you have a business, that can be helpful too. But it's not mandatory.
Yeah. One of my favorite tips is to get the video transcribed. You can get it done for like $1 a minute on rev.com, cheaper on Fiverr or Upwork, or find a friend that loves to transcribe. What you can do with the transcription is you put it in the description on YouTube. We also repurpose all our videos. Everything that's on YouTube or Facebook Live also gets posted on our websites with the full description, the full transcript. That gives the Google spiders a lot to chew on. You're going to naturally use your keywords over and over again. You're not stuffing them. You're not doing anything illegal. You're just you're not saying car, black car, blue car. Stuffing means you're artificially creating keywords so that people will go to your website if you were selling cars, for example. But you're going to naturally talk in a way that the Google spiders see as natural, and they'll send people there. Also, it makes it super easy to pull out tweets and Facebook posts. You just pull out some sentences, tweak them up a little bit, and there you go.
And then over time, if you're looking to do an ebook or an actual book, you have transcripts of your content already in the words you use, and you can hire an editor or do it yourself, but you can start taking those transcripts and putting it together like a book, and then combing through it and just making it sound book rather than live video.
Yeah. It's always good to verbally remind them, please leave a comment, please like this, please share this with your friends.
Please subscribe, please on Facebook post this to a group you think this information will help. If you tell people to do things, you're not doming them in this kinky way, but then you're giving people ideas, and some people are getting so much out of the information, they want to do something with it, so tell them something smart to do with it.
Yeah, and a lot of times you don't think, you're like processing it yourself, and you're like, if you know somebody that could benefit from this, would you share it? And immediately like, oh my God, my Aunt Sue and my cousin Bob, they could use this stuff. And then you start reaching more people. Yeah,
if it was you're giving a conversation during a hurricane or something, like, hey, if you want to donate, here donate to this group or that, or like, again, like you're just kind of being yourself and empowering people to take action. Sometimes all that is click subscribe.
And generally, you're not going to ask them in videos generally to buy things unless it's a very low price thing, like a t-shirt or an intro product. They don't know you that well yet in most videos, unless they're an old-time customer. You can certainly try it out, but generally, they'll subscribe, they'll like, they'll get on a newsletter. Once you have them on a newsletter, you can do some more marketing to them and help them go deep. If you want to go deeper on this, here's my 5-week course or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to go deeper, here's my, sign up for the 3 free videos. And then if you really want to go deep, you can join me in my 3-day seminar, happening in a couple of months. But then you're pointing them at resources to continue to teach them for free or educate them on the thing and let them decide to buy. You telling them to buy stuff in your live videos, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, you can mention it and give the URL.
Yeah, and it makes you seem salesy. Yeah. But you're like, hey, I'm going to CatalystCon. If you're interested in going to CatalystCon, go to catalystcon.com. And then if you want to register, register. Like it's, you can come up and talk to me in person. So you can do it that way. It's very different than I'm running this retreat, buy now. That's not what people are watching. Like they don't want a commercial. They want education.
Right, and you can mention, hey, I'm preparing for my retreat, so I'm a little frazzled, so excited about it. You can talk about it like you would talk to your friends, but don't pitch it.
And you can drop the URL. If you want more information, go to summercamp.com, and then just keep going.
Yeah. So one of the things I really love about geeking out on this is there's ways to make it much more effective for different mediums. Just like if you were teaching someone to give blowjobs, you wouldn't say everybody likes this technique. You teach different techniques that work well with different people for them to try. So Facebook Live is somewhat different than YouTube. You can cross-promote them, like Reid's live videos all go on his YouTube channel. And then there also his webpage. It doesn't mean you can't put them in different ways, but for Facebook Live, so generally if you're shooting a video for YouTube or most of the medias out there, you want to keep it short. Around 2 minutes, 5 minutes max. You don't want to go much over that. Because people see, have you ever clicked on a video and you see 13 minutes, you're like, later. Later means I'm never going to do it.
Right, that window, that browser window that you've had open for 3 weeks, that you lose when your browser finally crashes because you have so many windows open, you're never going to watch that video. Yep. And everybody else is doing that, and it's even worse on phones. because you can't see all the browsers. So like, you're scrolling, you're like, when did I open that up? And then you're like, holy shit. So again, like understanding the behavior of people with technology and how do you stack the deck in their favor to get the information, which is also stacking the deck in your favor.
Yeah, so generally the rule is 2 to 5 minutes. And we hardly ever meet it. We're bad. And
somewhere I read that it's 3 minutes now for YouTube or something.
Yeah, it keeps getting shorter because all the cute cat videos. People are trained that I can be entertained in 60 seconds. Facebook Live is different though. On average, they say the shortest you want to go is 10 minutes because people are tuning in. So they say make sure it's not less than 10 minutes because it doesn't give people enough time to tune in. You can do a Facebook Live up to 4 hours. And different topics will engage your audience in different ways.
It's 4 hours now?
It's 4 hours now.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Yeah. So
it was 90 minutes and now it's 4. That's exciting.
Yeah. You can also have go live notifications so you can tell people they're coming, like notifying them ahead of time so people can know that you're going to be there. Or you can email them to or tweet and say, hey, I'm going to be on at 9 o'clock. I'll be in the hot tub at 7 a.m. Join me. One thing that's really important too, that Facebook Live, they say the average engagement is 3 times more for the live than the replay. But you can get a lot of people watching the replay. So you want to make sure you introduce your topic right away so they know if they're watching the replay, they know what they're listening to. So with the other people, you want to introduce it a couple different times. You want to introduce it right away for the people that are watching the replay, and then you also want to introduce it in like 2 to 3 minutes in, where people start coming on.
Yeah,
you may
people
want
are showing up late.
Yeah. So and invite your audience to follow the videos, share the videos. You do that really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got into a situation where I friended everybody early on because I knew I was going to use my personal page for business, and that was fine for me because my privacy settings are that everyone gets to know everything, and my partner's mom is very excited to find out that I don't have chlamydia yet again via Facebook. So I hit the friend limit of 5,000, but then Facebook kind of finagled it so that people would, if they tried to friend me, it became an automatic follow, so they would still get the notifications about the Facebook Live videos. So regardless of how many friends you have, tell them to follow. Don't tell them to friend you, because unless you want to friend a bunch of strangers. Tell them to follow you and to invite their friends to follow you or share this video with your friends. And then that way, you're building up followers. And I have almost 6,000 followers on Facebook plus 5,000 friends. So those are opportunities for people to get to know information and then eventually maybe come to a workshop of mine.
Yeah, and Facebook is really promoting live videos. So you want to introduce yourself, you want to invite them to follow because they're going to promote it to more than the people that are already following you. And then you invite people to share with other people as well. Mm-hmm. And make sure your battery is charged.
Cathy likes to battery shame me.
Almost every video.
Because my iPhone, I'll be like, I'm going to Facebook Live again today. And my commitment this year was to Facebook Live once a day.
Which he's done amazing. He's done really well.
I've been very good, except in places where, I couldn't, and I just tell my followers I can't. But my battery will sometimes, get really low in the middle of a broadcast, and Cathy likes to shame me about that.
I like to tease you about it.
And it is an iPhone, and Cathy, can't talk about the company she works for. But let's say maybe Cathy has a strategic advantage over my iPhone than Cathy's iPhone.
Extra batteries. Just bring extra.
You can't if you're using a really awesome microphone that allows you to speak on a windy bridge and everybody to hear you. So, for those of you who want to extra battery shame me, there's a reason. So check it before you wreck it. Oh my Lord. Classist. People can't hear them on the camera, but she said, "Get a new phone." I'm like,
You also want to make sure you have a good connection because it's not fun when you drop off and people are like, "Are they coming back?" So, yeah. Sorry, I had to pick
Cathy.
on you.
I know you like to shame me.
Facebook is now letting you edit the videos a lot more than they used to. So if you broadcast it on your phone, you post it, but you can go in afterwards on the app on your desktop, and there's more editing possibilities.
Yeah, I didn't know that's something that's fairly new. There's also a way to flip the camera lens so that then sex geek people can actually read.
We'll show that when we do the Facebook Live.
Because the first couple of months, everyone was like, "Your shirt's backwards." I'm like, "I know, everyone. I did the research. Facebook hasn't fixed it yet, so it's fixed now."
Yeah, and just for some of you came in late, and for all of you, there's a handout over there, and you can get the whole video. Well, afterwards, we're videotaping that at TheIntimacyDojo.com/CC video. And you can get the video.
CC video or CCON video?
CC video.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's more handouts in the back if you need them. The handout has the URL on it. So, yeah, that's the hashtag, but the link I made was just CC video. Okay. Sorry, just to confuse you guys. Okay. It would have been
Keep you on your toes.
It would have been smarter if I did CCON. Yeah. You can edit them. Make sure you've ended your Facebook. Apparently, a lot of people have thought they ended and they start talking, or they hit end, and it takes about 3 seconds after you hit ending the video for it to actually stop broadcasting. So when I was doing research for this to see what other people had experienced, apparently they've said things they shouldn't say.
Yeah, like you hit finish, you're like, "Fucking morons," and then they're like, "Oh, really now? Unfollow."
Yeah. And they recommended just panning around. Reid does this really well. He puts it on a selfie stick and show people where you are. Different venues will get them. They get excited about that.
A selfie stick helps. And if you have forearm problems and wrist problems, then get a tripod because there's leverage, and that can be a pain if you're talking for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we're going to review on YouTube, and then we'll show you some of the things that we can do with the different videos.
We've got 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. So you can edit videos in YouTube directly, like in YouTube after you've posted them. You can also edit them before you upload them. And YouTube does have a live version that a lot of people like. I haven't really played with it. I prefer to be able to edit out really big guffaws or not post them. I can't believe I said that. Okay, delete. Again, 2 to 3 minutes long. 5 minutes you'll still keep them. Our videos typically go 5, 6, 7 minutes because we both have a lot to say. And people still watch them. We have people say like, "Hey, I was homesick the other day and I binge watched a bunch of your."
I've had emails where like, "I literally watched 16 hours of your videos yesterday," and I'm like, "Why?" But that's 16 hours of somebody getting to know me and my work, and then hopefully join my email, and then I invite them to a 3-day retreat I'm teaching in December in Orange County, and they're like, "Holy shit! Like I'm coming."
Yeah.
And so this can again. I'm also helping people by getting information to them for free, but it can, if you position it right, get people into your rooms, into your workshops, and buying your programs.
Yeah. You can make playlists too, which helps with that. So if we have ones that I work with people that are shy and awkward around sex and marketing, and so I have playlists for people that are shy, or Reid has ones on polyamory or threesomes. So they can go through and watch that. And Facebook just introduced playlists as well. So you can have playlists where they can go and just watch video after video after video on the same topic. And generally, people that are really interested, if they're finding good information, they'll just, one more video. Have you ever done that? Like middle of the, it's 3 a.m, like, "I'm going to bed, just one more video." It will entice them into bad behavior, I guess.
Ethically bad behavior.
Ethically.
Consensually bad behavior.
You can talk about, say, like we sometimes have, like we have another idea. We're shooting a video about blowjobs, and we're like, we need to talk about this. You can say, "Hey, we're going to shoot another video on this topic. Stay tuned," and then you include that link in the video, so they automatically go to the next one. And you can have a little card that will point them to that video later, because that can get them excited and watching. Then you can do a whole series where they end up just doing that one more video thing and learn a lot from you.
At any point, if you start to feel overwhelmed, you're like, "There's so many steps." just go back a few steps to where it feels comfortable. The most important thing is getting your video done and out there to your people with a question at the beginning and a good subject line to get them engaged.
Yeah, and invite them to do something at the end. Like, hey, at the end of this, like, please like this. Please subscribe so you can see my other videos. Please sign up. When you're doing YouTube, there's tags at the bottom, keyword tags. You want to use as many as you can there. That helps the Google spiders point people at them. And that's where I use the misspelled words. I don't put them in the title because people, like, people that aren't triggered or bad spellers are like, what is this? This is going to be corny. But if they don't actually see the tags at the bottom, you can put all the misspellings there.
Now I just want to do a video on how many ways you can misspell masturbation.
I will put that on the list.
There you go. Sells itself.
Yes.
YouTube cards, they're mobile friendly. You can use them to have people go to what's next. We'll give you a little idea of them. Again, for a lot of people, it's like, oh my God, this is getting technical, and you shut down, and then you never shoot a video. At any point when it gets too technical, just go back 2 steps and get your videos out there.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure you had all the information that you could pull from, but it's much better to get a video out there with none of the steps than to not get any video out there.
Mm-hmm. And then you just grow into these things, or you hire somebody who is a nerd about this kind of stuff, and to do all the behind the scenes work.
Yeah. So the cards are useful. Like I said, once you program them, you can just plop them in. Like once you create a card for your newsletter or for a particular program you're offering or whatever, you can just put them in any of your videos really easily. And I really like the, if we're doing social media, I'm trying not to get this in your eyes, you can use a link in, Aaron helps read out with some, and for me sometimes on the back, we can tweet out, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can see you have a link right there. If you change that last bit to your particular channel name on Facebook or YouTube, it will automatically subscribe them. So they click that link and they're like already.
As long as they're signed into YouTube on their phone or their laptop, then it just subscribes them. So you can use social media to promote your other social media channels in ways where people can then follow you. And then you're just getting information to people and showing up in their lives on all these different apps. And you're doing it, and again, like if you create shitty content and you're being sleazy with your sales and stuff, please don't take any of this advice. Like, really help people. That's how you build a career.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are just ways for you to help engage more people. The end cards, we talked about cards a little bit. They just converted it. It used to be we'd make outro videos at the end. We had
such good outros.
I know. And we'd annotate so you could click on the links that were on the video, and they took that away because it wasn't...
Didn't work well on phones.
Yeah.
And everything's going towards phones. 80% of the population who's on social media, they're consuming most of their social media from their phones. If you're not setting up your sex education businesses to work on phones, you're missing out on engagement and consuming of your information from a lot of the world, and it's just going to get more and more like that.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of different things you can do videos on. If some people are like intimidated, they don't know what to start. I love interviews. I like to talk to someone about it. Mm-hmm. You can do demos, reviews. You've shot your live events. Mm-hmm. Behind the scenes, you did that when you were setting up.
Yeah, you can do all kinds. Like basically, it's kind of like whatever feels fun for you. I would say do what's fun, because then your audience sees you having fun, and if they're going to come hire you to do heavy topics that have a lot of icky feelings and shame, and they need healing from this or from that, wouldn't you hire the fun person that looks like they're having fun? So start there. When in doubt, do the fun stuff first.
The only thing is, if you're doing Facebook Live and you want to do an Ask Me Anything, which is very popular, You can, type in it. They can ask any question you want. If you don't have a lot of followers yet, it's kind of embarrassing just to sit
Crickets.
there. Yeah. So either ask your viewers to send in questions ahead, ask a couple friends to come on and start the ball rolling, or have a list of questions that you pulled from the internet, because you don't want to just sit there and go, oh, so no questions. What do I do?
So another tip that I don't think is on the slide is if you're using your phone to Facebook Live, then by all means, if your arms can handle it, selfie stick's great. However, selfie stick, far away, these eyeballs, I can't read shit, right? So like when I'm trying to get comments, I'm like peering in like old man and then putting it back. So what I do is I just don't really engage with the comments during my Facebook Live just because I can't see it. One workaround is do your Facebook Live on an iPad. Something bigger so that you can read things, or maybe get LASIK or something, who knows. But I'm not sponsored by them. And then, but like if you're gonna do live engagement while it's happening and talk to them, because you're not gonna type a comment while you're living, an iPad might be the fix for that. I've been doing fine not engaging with the comments then, but after the broadcast, I'll go in and or answer a question or something like that. So again, the point is do what works well for you and don't sweat the rest of it until you're at a level where now you're doing keywords and stuff later, or someday I'll get a freaking iPad and then I'll be talking to my audience. But I couldn't do an Ask Me Anything with my selfie stick because I'd be doing this the whole time, and that would probably get people seasick.
Yeah. Well, you could sometimes people have moderators for bigger, like if they're doing Facebook Live, they'll have someone reading the questions to them or helping answer questions people have. So.
Yeah. If I was going to do a two-hour free workshop and broadcast it, I'd set it all up because I'm not going to hold the selfie stick for 2 hours, set it up on a tripod. I'd have somebody else in the room on their phone or laptop and just be yelling questions at me. And it would have this kind of telethon feel, which is working for some of the info marketers out there really well. They'll do a 4-hour live training, a live cast training, and then give all this value, help, and then you're getting to know this person and like, oh, and by the way, I'm doing a 4-day training that's $1,200, go check it out here. And so the free training and having some support people, it's fun. I haven't done one yet, but it feels like a telethon.
Yeah. No, that's fun. And that's an important point. A lot of people used to think you had to have these perfect videos that were video shot with these super high-end cameras. People generally don't trust them as much as someone who's just like, you want decent lighting so they can see you, but if lighting isn't even as important as audio, crackly or bad audio people will turn it off. But they found that there's a 3-to-1 trust ratio. If you're really polished, they're like, what are you trying to get over on me? Versus someone being more natural up there.
Yeah. Somebody having a green screen where they're projecting some kind of like ESPN thing behind them, and then they're sitting, in their tie and being like, and welcome to Sex Ed Cast. But then, Bob, pull the camera back, and they stand up and they're wearing shorts. And you pull back and you realize they're in their garage. All of a sudden, you're chuckling, but at the same time, you're like, oh, I can trust this guy. Like, he doesn't have a lot of money, so he hasn't been corporately bought yet.
It's someone like me.
So you can do janky in a clever way. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Most of you have in your pockets right now all you need to start Facebook Living today.
Yep. So, we talked about a little of this as we already went on. When you're releasing your videos, you want to have as much information already there. Facebook or with YouTube, you're allowed to post it as unlisted, and then do all your magic and then make it live. Because then when it goes out, what YouTube does is looks at how many views you're getting before it promotes it. They don't promote it at all until you get 300 to 500 views. And that may seem really hard at first. So
it won't come up as other videos to watch. It won't come up because if nobody's watching, YouTube's like, it's probably a crappy video, so we won't promote it.
One thing we do is there's people on Fiverr, and you have to be careful about this. You can't buy a set number of views. That's illegal, and you could lose your channel. There's people that will promote it to their social media, though. And so we'll sometimes do that to get an initial boost. And sometimes we do that before we even release it as public, just so that we can get, when it goes out, people are like, oh, there's some views on there, it's safe to watch. Because it matters. And we've gotten subscribers from them promoting. We've had people like, I never thought I'd watch a video about this, but thank you. So it's kind of fun to do that. Facebook Live, they really recommend to tease and promote ahead of time. Especially, they said, if you can, try to do it at a set time. Reid obviously doesn't. And different audiences like to watch at different times, so you can kind of test that. There's actually a way on Facebook to look and see when your maximum viewers or maximum activity is on for your audience. But just try different things in different venues and see what works. But if you can tell them, hey, I'm gonna have a Facebook Live at 2 today, more people are likely to show up for it. And then with YouTube, you want to just promote regularly, release it regularly. Like, share, comment.
Yep, encourage people. Promoting, continue. I thought it said promoting can't. I'm like, why would you even say that on a slide? Keep the videos engaging, just so, and again, like, engaging doesn't have to be like, hey, everybody. Engaging's like, teach well. Engage them with content that changes their lives. Again, if you're sleazy or you're just a horrible teacher, a lot of this advice doesn't work unless your core audience is people who want to see a train wreck. Save that for reality television, not for the sex educator world.
Yeah. When you share your video link on YouTube, you want to share the full link. So it says www.youtube.com. This shorter link, not all the views always count. Like, there's the condensed link that YouTube gives you that is u.youtube.be. That doesn't always count all the views that you get. So it's just a little thing.
It's a little nerdy thing that I don't know why it's a glitch. You'd think YouTube would fix it, but use the longer link for your YouTube videos.
Yeah. We already talked about repurpose your videos. You want to post them on your website. You want to tweet them. You can pull out information. You can make an infographic. You don't have to use them just for that. What's there.
You can also take your video and cut it up into little bursts and upload it into Instagram or Snapchat and things like that. Again, when you become overwhelmed with all the social media, stick to the platforms that you use and start there to build up momentum. If you hate, using Snapchat, or you've never used Snapchat before, don't start using it right now. Get great at the social media platforms you love, and the ones you're already using, add other ones on, and the way you will do that is usually by figuring out how to do it and then paying somebody to do all that stuff for you so that you can focus on the things that bring you a lot of joy.
Yeah. And you can use Hootsuite if you're familiar with Hootsuite. You can, like what Reid said, don't overwhelm yourself, but if you're at a place where you want to automate that, you can use Hootsuite. So you can have tweets scheduled and Facebook scheduled for quite a while ahead.
How much time do we have?
I want to make sure that we can. Yeah, let's do the Facebook Live.
Cool. I'll start setting it up.
Okay. Well, we want to watch you set it up.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's no problem.
So while we set this up, turn to somebody next to you and share something that's been useful from our talk so far to get to know each other. Ready, set, go.
Hey, how are you? Did you take some photos?
4, 3, 2, 1, and sing. So I'm gonna sit down so that I'm not blocking everybody's view for a minute. So real quick, I'm gonna advise you, if you really want to get into Facebook Live, to check out one of these microphones. It's a Shure. I want to say it's an MV88. I think. I could be wrong. It's great, and it has this little app that you'll download. I just want to show you the thing so you know what you're looking for. I do not need you, Siri. Thank you. And it's this one, the Motive.
You're not showing.
I'm not showing. Why am I not showing?
You were a minute ago.
There we go. So when you plug it in, it'll show you the app, and you can set a bunch of things that just are really useful. And I have a video about that. But it makes the sound quality so much better, just so much better. And spend the extra $18 or $30 for the windsock. because you literally can be like on a bridge with like, and your hair's like whipping, but on the microphone it's like, hi, I'm right on this windy bridge and everything sounds amazing. So I would advocate for that, because if you get into this, it'll just help with your sound quality.
Yeah, but don't let it stop you. Like you can use a $12 lavalier mic and to your phone and still get going.
So you go to your profile, click live, and then
you're going too fast, I think.
Yeah, go back.
oh. Okay, so you open up your Facebook on your personal page. Well, you can do that. You can set this to your professional page too.
Only if you're verified.
Oh, only if you're verified. I would use personal because you get better results. But that's me, and I understand not everybody wants to use their personal.
So we click live. There's a little live button on there.
And then you add your description. So I'm just going to do live from, and now if you've liked Catalyst, then you do the @ for businesses. And why am I getting a network error? But we'll find out. Live from CatalystCon with where's my @ sign? The Intimacy Dojo. Come on.
I pulled up Cathy before.
Hang on. This is not my first Facebook Live, Cathy. It's telling me network error, so I might be getting a. I have to go. Oh, there you go. Whatever. So Cathy, where's Cathy? Vartuli. All right. So that's my. Again, I could do this better with a question. So then I'm like, oh, have you Facebook lived? I'm just going to be clever. From CatalystCon with Cathy Vartuli.
Question.
Right?
Our brains will still it gives a little. It has to.
It's
process
silly,
it.
but it's just interesting, right? Hang on. I don't want anybody getting any naked photos. That was a close one. That was a close one. Oh gosh darn it! I have to add this in now. Hang on. Cathy, teach something.
Okay. The nice thing is you can type in something short here, but you can go back in later and edit it and make it prettier. So like he doesn't have to like put a huge long description. You can edit it from your desktop, so you can have even one thing I have is a text file with a lot of the things I copy and paste regularly into there. Like Reid and I do a lot of videos together. So Reid Mahalko from readaboutsex.com and Cathy Bartoli from TheIntimacyDojo.com with the HTTP, all that is already there. And other people I shoot videos with regularly have that there. So you could have little things that you plop in really quickly. It saves some time.
Okay.
And lets you.
So now you hit done. And then that little magic wand with the star, you hit that. And then that little wrench and screwdriver, you hit that. And then you flip horizontal if you're going to. Just do horizontal. Don't do the upside down one, because then you'll be upside down in your video.
But then his shirt will now read Sex Geek, not whatever the backwards of that.
And then I can start live video now, but then from here is when I would close the toolbox, and then I go over to the microphones and set up my microphone. I can't right now because it's plugged into the one port for your viewing. And then I stick it onto my selfie stick.
And if you want to be in the Facebook Live, you're welcome to come up.
Yeah, so we'll have to do it this way.
Yeah.
Which, actually, it would be more fun if we did it this way, so then you could see it on itself. But then people can't get behind me.
Well, we'll work it out. We're smart people.
So if you want to be on this, so now I'm gonna the cord's gonna pull this over, so I'm just gonna hold it. But now I'm gonna hit the blue button, and then by the powers of the technology.
Are we live?
Hello, Facebook. It's Reid Mahalko from readaboutsex.com.
If you'd like to come up, you're welcome to.
Who's behind us? It's Cathy Vartuli from TheIntimacyDojo.
Hi, we're here at Catalyst talking about how to use video to promote your business.
So if your head's not in the picture because my head's blocking it, then move. Who are you two behind us?
Hi, I'm Isabel, and I just got lost and randomly stumbled in here.
Hi, Isabel.
Isabel.
And then you, sir, if you want to out yourself to the world.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave.
Hi, Dr. Dave.
Hi, Dr. Dave.
So everyone, as you sign on, say hi to Isabel, and then say hi to Dr. Dave, and then Erin Tillman, the dating advice girl, is going to pop in and photobomb. Hi, Erin. So we're doing a video today, on video, and we're doing a Facebook Live video, and now it's trying to reconnect, which maybe you can see that? Yeah.
Yeah, they can see it.
So again, that just means it's either the Wi-Fi, because I've got this set on Wi-Fi right here, or your cell phone signal isn't strong enough. And your phone will continue recording. So don't be like, fuck, damn, motherfucker, but it's just not broadcasting.
Yeah.
So if this picks up again, which it may not, go with the flow, folks, it's live. But it will, when you finish, and we could finish here because we're going to run out of time.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you all.
Thank you.
So technical difficulties. But if it were to reconnect, there would just be basically like a hiccup in the live video. Like, not from the live, because people are watching now, if nothing's happening, it's kind of frozen. But when it gets viewed later, if it does reconnect, it will show the whole video with a little glitch. But the video that's on your phone,
it's going.
Is it going again?
Yeah.
Oh, how did that do that?
I don't know.
Well, so it's either still going or it started a new video, but it probably didn't start a new video.
Well, it says finish, so.
Okay. So these are the things like with the video, when there's a glitch and it pauses, when it reconnects, you're now live. But from my phone, when I hit finish, and we're gonna leave now because our time's almost up. So thanks, Facebook. Okay. So now I'm gonna hit finish. It'll end the live video, and then this is useful. If you have, why doesn't it want to finish? Hang on. It's just being weird.
One thing to notice too is there's a lag sometimes when you're on Facebook. So if you say something and you see comments coming up right then, that was stupid, why did you say that? They might have been referring to something you said a minute or so ago. Or, why did you say that, or what did that mean? You have to kind of watch. Some people will have their desktop in front of them on mute, so they can see that where the comments are actually coming up on what the people are seeing. That's one way to do it, and you can actually see the comments bigger at that point. But there is a lag, so like you could be, if they're not really articulate, you may not know what question they're asking or what they're asking about. But there's often a lag between when it's uploaded onto there.
Well,
reconnecting, is your phone still recording?
Well, that's the thing I'm trying to tell you, because I want to show you. But it's your phone's still recording the video. So if I could get this window to close, and I don't know why it's not doing this. But then there's a post function and a up or download button. Hit the high def piece and then download the video to your phone. So it'll save all the video on your phone so you have it in case you need it. And then you hit upload, which it'll do automatically, but it'll just be faster from your phone. And so then it's all like the live broadcast is captured by Facebook, it's up in the ethers on Facebook, and then you've also saved the video on your phone so that you have it in case Facebook takes that video down. Because I've had a couple of videos get taken down, mostly because I'm talking about blowjobs and stuff like that. But I haven't been put in Facebook jail yet for video. So as long as you're not whipping dildos around, if you're just teaching and using your hands in diagrams, Facebook seems to be fine with it. Yep.
Would you recommend getting any sort of a ring light or special lighting?
You could if you want to get a little bit more nerdy about it.
Yeah.
Social lights are kind of fun. They clip right on your phone, and they're like $20.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go ring light, then go ring light, because ring lights are
Social
awesome.
light, it's
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
you look
it's
amazing.
a little LED light that clips over the phone, and it's hollow in the center, so it clips over the camera. And they're like $20 a USB chargeable.
But now remember, everything you put on that phone is making it heavier.
Unless you're on a tripod, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
but for me, it's all about going for walks around my neighborhood and just talking to people, and that people seem to enjoy that. And it was my excuse to get the fuck outside rather than stuck at my computer the whole time.
Yeah.
All right. Any last minute questions? Are we out of time yet? We're out of time. So ask us questions in the hallway. Cathy has to go to another talk. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Sorry about the glitch, but that's not our fault. It's Facebook's fault.
And if you want a copy of this video, go to TheIntimacyDojo.com/cc video, and it's on the handout.
Yay, go make video.
Yay, yeah, make a difference.